Howdy y'all, I'm John with Garage Gym Revisited, and today we're going to be reviewing the Major Fitness all-in-one folding home gym power rack, the F35. Now technically, the name of this bad boy is the Lightning F35, and I know that that's a fighter jet, but we've also got some other lightning ideas in mind today, because this rack could be systematic, hydromatic, ultramatic.
What could be greased lightning?
Now, I understand that tunes from 70s musicals might not be the best hype music for lifting heavy. So, why don't we try that again and stay more on brand? So, you'll notice for this clip, I've added on the removable safety bars here. And a couple of things that I really like. First of all, similar to the J-hooks up here, rather than having to screw these in, these simply pop out like so, and then they're quite easy as long as you align the back hole there to just fall right back into place. And they kind of feel a little bit loose when they're not holding any weight, but as long as you actually have some weight on there, they really don't shift around at all. So no problems there. And same thing with the J-hooks here. Again, if it's just the hook itself, very easy to remove, but once there's a little weight holding it in place, you don't really have to worry about it popping out or anything like that. So these are great, makes it super quick and simple for you to be able to pop these out and put them in one of these other things. What I also really like about these safety bars here is just how long they are, because so many of the racks that we've reviewed end up having these safety bars that are maybe half the length. And so given that the J-hook and the barbell comes out maybe 5 or 6 inches, if these safety bars were half the length, I would be given a very, very narrow range of actual safety. Because the point is, if I'm going to be squatting and I suddenly can't manage the weight, I should be able to drop down and have these bars catch the barbell. Now, if I've only got this far, that means that basically when I unrack the barbell, I have like an inch in front and an inch behind for me to stay in that sort of margin of safety. But these, gosh, these have got to be 2 feet, maybe a little bit more. And so now suddenly I can take the barbell, and once I unrack it, I can step a few inches forward. I've got a little bit of space here to work with, which is really nice. So I can focus on just squatting and not worrying so much about like, oh, am I too far over? Am I gonna hit the upright frames, the J-hooks, if I don't get it just quite right? So well done, Major Fitness, for finally providing a rack where these things are long enough. As far as the cables themselves go, it's a pretty smooth machine. I've got no weight on this one, so you can just see how nice, quiet, and smooth that works. Now, moving on, the pull-up bar is really nice in that they've sort of covered every possible configuration of pull-ups you want to do. You've got this angle here at the end, so if you really wanted to do kind of your wide grip angled pull-ups, you can do that. If you wanted to just do standard overhand, you can do that. You've got this bar here in the middle, so I'm not the one to do wide grip neutral or hammer chin-ups. I would prefer more of the standard shoulder width chin-ups, but it's nice that you've got multiple options. Pretty much any type of chin-up you want to do, you are going to be able to do. I should mention, I almost forgot, that they do include a couple of extra accessories. So you've got your, I think it's called a row bar, for use with the landmine. So if I had that over there, I could slip the end through here and get some rows or other types of exercises in. And then if you wanted to replace the cable here, these individual handholds, you've got your lengthy lat pull-down bar as well as your shorter T-bar. So for tricep push-downs, for bicep curls, for lat pull-downs, for some sort of back extensions.
Okay, let's see how long this bad boy takes to fold in and out.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. honey, you lose me, then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
So I'm going to be a little vigorous with this and just show y'all how stable this is if you're doing some weight on the cables. Not bad. If I were to just kind of shake the bar here, pick it up, drop it, looking pretty good. If I were to hop up here, try to shake this thing, you're looking pretty good. Once you have the two pins here at the bottom locked into place, and these pins as well locked into place, this thing really does not move. Again, I thought there might be a little give on the wheels here, or I thought these feet might kind of move as I moved or the rack moved, but I have to really, really push this thing in order to get it to shift at all. So I think you're pretty good stability-wise, but again, I would consult a professional if you have no idea what you're doing when it comes to attaching this thing to the wall, because the last thing you want is for you to be doing a pull-up or a heavy set of squats and to have this thing yank off the wall and put you in danger. But if you do everything right, then despite this thing having a lot of moving parts and a lot of flexibility, surprisingly stable. I want to briefly mention who I think this would be a really good rack for and who it might not be the best choice for. So in terms of where this would be a good rack for you, I think anybody who wants a heavier folding rack where there are going to be no qualms about stability. This thing is well over 200 pounds. A lot of its competition is actually under 200 pounds. And again, if you're not terribly handy and you're a bit worried about it not being very stable, then maybe paying a little bit more money to have the weight and the guaranteed stability, where again, I was only able to get half of all the holes that should have expansion screws filled in with regular screws, and I've been using this all week with no problems whatsoever. So very pleasantly surprised on the stability. It's not the cheapest folding power rack there is, but if you're somebody who's willing to pay a little bit more for the sturdiness and that peace of mind that you're going to be able to work out safely, this is a great folding rack. So for those who want the sturdiness, the stability, can afford a little bit higher price tag, and for those who want a very complete all-in-one folding rack. I was actually surprised when I was doing my research for the F35 how few folding racks actually come with the cable system. So if the cable system is important to you, and I think for anybody looking to get a very well-rounded workout, the cable system is close to a must, then this is definitely going to be something that's worth a bit more of your money. Because not only do you get all of the functionality that comes with this cable system, but you've also got the freestanding barbell space and the ability to do everything that a barbell, and again, if you have a bench, enables you to do, along with the pull-up bar and the landmine. You've got pretty much everything covered. Let us know, and as a reminder, we do have a written component that goes into more detail, has more pictures, has more information on all these different categories, as well as a couple others that I didn't mention today. So again, this has been a review of the Major Fitness Lightning F35 all-in-one home gym folding power rack. I'm John with Garage Gym Revisited, and thank you for checking out this review.